Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation. Today we are going to discuss about pyrosequencing. If you are new to this channel, please press the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to get notified. Pyrosequencing technology is a novel DNA sequencing technology developed at the Royal Institute of Technology, and it is the first alternative to the conventional Sanger-based method for DNA sequencing. Pyrosequencing technology is based on the sequencing by synthesis principle, and it has the following advantages. It is very accurate, it is more flexible, and multiple samples can be processed in parallel, and it is easy to automate. Each nucleotide incorporation event releases one molecule of hydrogen ion and a pyrophosphate, and the pyrosequencing relies on the luminometric detection of pyrophosphate that is released during the primer-directed DNA polymerase catalyzed nucleotide incorporation. So when the DNA polymerase incorporates a nucleotide, a pyrophosphate is released. So in pyrosequencing, this pyrophosphate is detected luminometrically. The pyrosequencing techniques avoids the need for labeled primers, labeled nucleotides and gel electrophoresis. So these are required for Sanger sequencing. So these are the advantages over Sanger sequencing. Pyrosequencing chemistry. Pyrosequencing technique is based on the sequencing by synthesis principle and on the detection of released pyrophosphate during the DNA synthesis. This employs 4 different enzymes to accurately detect nucleic acid sequence during the synthesis. In pyrosequencing, the sequencing primer is hybridized to a single-stranded biotin labeled template and mixed with the following enzymes: DNA polymerase, ATP sulfurylase, luciferase and apairase. And the substrate is adenosine 5' phosphosulfate and the luciferin. Cycles of 4 deoxynucleotide triphosphates, DNTPs, are separately added to the reaction mixture, and the reaction cascade starts with nucleic acid polymerization reaction in which inorganic PPI is released as a result of nucleotide incorporation by the polymerase. Each nucleotide incorporation event is followed by release of inorganic pyrophosphate in a quantity equimolar to the amount of incorporated nucleotide. So for each incorporation of a nucleotide, similar amount of pyrophosphate is released. The released PPI is quantitatively converted to ATP by ATP sulfurylase in presence of APS. So once the PPI is released, the ATP sulfurylase converts that using a PPI in presence of APS to ATP. The generated ATP drives the luciferase mediated conversion of luciferin to oxyluciferin and producing a visible light. So this is also proportional to the amount of ATP produced. The light in the luciferase catalyzed reaction with a maximum of 560 nanometer wavelength is then detected by photon detection device such as the charge coupled device camera or the photomultiplier. So the signal which is generated during the luciferin-luciferase reaction is captured using a CCD camera or a photomultiplier. Apairase is a nucleotide degrading enzyme which continuously degrades ATP and non-incorporated DNTPs in the reaction mixture. There is a certain time interval between each nucleotide dispensation to allow complete degradation. For this reason, DNTP addition is performed one at a time. Because the added nucleotide is known, the sequence of the template can be determined. So individual nucleotides are pumped into the reaction mixture one by one, and the excess nucleotides are degraded by apairase enzyme. The generated light is observed as a peak signal in the pyrogram. The nucleotide removal in pyrosequencing is performed in 2 different ways. One is by the solid phase pyrosequencing, which utilizes 3 coupled enzymatic procedure with washing steps, and the liquid phase pyrosequencing technique, which employs cascade of 4 enzymes with no washing step. So in liquid phase, apairase is used as a nucleotide degrading enzyme. The solid phase method is based on combination of sequencing by synthesis and solid phase technique. The 4 nucleotides are dispensed sequentially in the reaction system and a washing step that removes the unincorporated nucleotides after each addition. The immobilization of the DNA can be achieved using different methods. So most commonly used method is to use a biotin labeled DNA template that can be captured using a streptavidin coated magnetic beads, and the enzymes are incubated along with the DNA and the reaction proceeds. So to remove the excess nucleotides, washing step is introduced. In liquid phase pyrosequencing, a cascade of 4 enzymes are used and the DNA sequencing is monitored in real time. In liquid phase pyrosequencing, instead of washing step, a nucleotide degrading enzyme called the apyrase is used that degrades the excess nucleotides or the unincorporated nucleotides. Let's see the challenges with the pyrosequencing. The pyrosequencing was earlier limited to sequencing of short stretches of DNA due to the inhibition of apyrase. The natural DATP was a substrate for luciferase, resulting in false sequence signal. Later on, a DATP was substituted by DATP alpha S, and the DATP alpha S consists of 2 isomers, SP and the RP. The RP isomer was not incorporated in the DNA template, and it was not a substrate for DNA polymerase. And the presence of this in a sequencing reaction simply inhibits the apyrase activity. By introducing DATP alpha S SP isomer, substantial longer reads were achieved. By introducing DATP alpha S SP isomer, longer reads can be achieved. So this helped in improving the read length to about 100 base pairs. Earlier only short stretches were able to be sequenced, but introduction of DATP alpha S SP isomer helped in improving the read length. Homopolymer Ts like more than 3 to 4 are challenging in pyrosequencing because the homopolymer strings region can influence synchronized extension and synthesis of DNA strand, causing non-uniform sequence peak heights. So this will affect the read length and cause the sequence errors. So later on it has been seen that incorporation of DATP alpha S in the T homopolymeric region results in uneven sequence signal and reduced sequence quality. So the problem was due to the inefficient DATP alpha S incorporation by the exonuclease deficient clean-off DNA polymerase, which causes the template extension to go out of the phase, making sequence peak signal asynchronous and ambiguous that could be demonstrated in the pyrogram as uniformly reduced sequence signal. So this problem was circumvented by using a different type of enzyme called the sequenase, and which is also an exonuclease deficient T7 DNA polymerase. Using this enzyme, there was significant improvement in the signal generated in the homopolymer T regions. One of the another challenge using the pyrosequencing is the sequencing primer design, because if there is any self-dimer or loop formation or self-binding, then the reaction efficiency will drop dramatically. So one of the solution for this was to use single stranded binding proteins, which helps in the binding of template and the primer efficiently. Other problem with the pyrosequencing is the difficulty in determining the number of incorporated nucleotides in the homopolymeric regions. It is due to the non-linear light response following incorporation of more than 5 to 6 identical nucleotides. Suppose if you have 5 to 6 homopolymeric region, like example T, stretch of T, then the light response produced from that region is not linear. So the polymerization efficiency over the homopolymeric region was investigated, and it was found to be, if it is less than 10, there could be a good amount of signal is achieved. But however, if more than 10 stretches of homopolymers are present, the signal intensity changes and it is difficult to interpret. In such cases, further software algorithms need to be integrated for accurately defining the sequence. Hope you are clear with the video. If you like the video, please press the like button and click on the subscribe button to get notification, and click on the bell icon. Thank you.